everyone, so I am going to be doing a finish 17 in 2017, and I know we're halfway through March now, but I've actually been working on these products since the beginning of the year. I just never decided to document it, so that's what I'm going to be doing. Because I'm starting in March, I think I'm just going to be doing 2 updates and a finale just to keep the progress on everything. So for in March now, my next update will probably be end of May, beginning of June, and then the next one might be like in October, and then just at the end of the year. Just so it's not like too repetitive, since you're probably going to be seeing them in projects. But other than that, I'm going to show you what I'm going to try to finish in 2017. So the first one's kind of big, and it kind of goes with like Pan That palette, but this is actually the oldest palette I have, and it's the Naked palette. And I've had this, I got this for Christmas in 2011, and as you can see, they're all pretty intact. So I'm not going to try to use the entire thing up. I'm just going to try to finish completely from Half Baked and on. I want to finish those completely. And then from Smog to Hustle, I just want to hit pan on those, and I'm not really going to care about Creep or Gunmetal, just because they're just colors I don't wear, and I'm not going to try to force myself to use them. So yeah, I'm going to try to finish up, is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shadows, and a hit pan on 4. And that's going to be my goal for this palette. I think I'm going to get a lot of use out of in the summer, just because in the summer I tend to lean toward more goldy shades, but even as I've been trying to work on it, I've really been using Virgin, Sin, Naked, and Buck, and a little bit of Sidecar when I can, but that's what I've been trying to use like daily. I don't have that much makeup on today, but I do have Virgin in my inner corner and underneath my brow bone. You might not be able to see that much, but that's my first item. My second item is also, they're all kind of big ones, but I think they're kind of, well, not all of them, but I think they're doable throughout the year, and I'm just going to start grabbing them in no particular order. And this is the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil. I actually hit pan on this morning, which is pretty surprising, but I've kind of just worn it in the center, but the rest of the pan is still pretty high. But I think because I hit pan, I was able to add this in because I can see the end once you hit pan. And I do have another Milk Chocolate Soleil, and I have the regular Chocolate Soleil, so I definitely want to move at least one of them out of my collection. I have 3 blushes, which is, I know is a lot, but 2 of them are cream blushes. They're both from Colourpop, and I'm each counting this as one item, like this is one and this is one. So I have Birthday Suit, which I have that much. Just because it's a cream product, I want to use it up because I feel like it's going to start to go bad. I mean, I've never noticed the scent before, and it just doesn't, when I smell it, it just smells like makeup, but you know, with cream products, I just want to get it out of the way. So this one's my favorite of the 2. So we'll see how long it takes me to use that up. So that was Birthday Suit, and then the other one is Trickery, which I also have on today. It's kind of really hard to use these products. Like, I have to make sure my foundation sets on its own before I can use this, because if I apply powder and then apply this, it kind of just, it doesn't look the best. So I just want to move them out of the collection. I want to get my money's worth, even though Colourpop's really cheap, but I just want to get my money's worth and use them all. I probably won't be repurchasing them when I'm finished with them, just because of the life expectancy, not necessarily because I don't like cream blushes. I love cream blushes, but it just sucks that you can't have them for that long. And then the third one is this mini cargo blush, and this is from Bali, and I've repressed it because it broke, and I do have the full size of this, and it's such a pretty blush, but I don't know why. Like, I don't even use the big size. I just want to force myself to use it, because when I do use it, I love it, but I just have so many other blushes I just end up going towards, so I want to give it some love. I'm just going to do the little one, because if I do the little one, I know I can then tackle the big one instead of like vice versa. But those are my 3 blushes. Where do I want to go? I guess we can go back to eyes. There's really just one more item for eyes, and it is the color Tattoo in Creamy Beige. there's that much left. I mean, there's a little bit of pan in the bottom, but just the minuscule amount. This item is starting to dry out, and it's not my favorite. I don't like cream eyeshadows, so I want to use it up. I just use it when I don't care what my eyeshadow is going to be. Like if I don't need it to last all day, I'll use this, but I just want to use it up. It's okay. It's not my favorite. Like I like Bad to the Bronze and the other, I forget what it's called, but it's like the pearly one. I like that one, but I don't reach towards cream products, so I just want to get it out, use it up, get my money's worth. Okay, so I'm gonna start with face again. I'm so over the place, but I'm just grabbing things as I go. So I want to use up my IT Cosmetics CC cream. This is in the shade Light, and it is too dark for me right now. I can only really use this in the summertime. I don't know why, it's just the color scheme. And if like I squish all the product to the bottom, or if I think I can squish it down all to the bottom, I have like probably this whole thing left, and I have used another one up before and I've cut it up, and even when you're not getting any product, there's still a lot of product left. So I'll probably start using this like as I get darker, because I have the Manic Panic Dream Tone, but I don't like the way I feel like it alters the formula, so I don't like that. So I just want to use it as it is, but because it's too dark, I'm just going to wait for the summertime to use this, or as I get a little more darker. And along with that product, the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Redness, which, you know, as I'm looking at this, I'm just like, this kind of looks like it's drying up. So I kind of, instead of like, rather than waiting for summertime, I kind of just want to start using it now and just put this on and then put like a lighter foundation, because this does look like it's drying out. I have had it for, it's coming up on 2 years, and I don't know what the life expectancy of it, but now that I'm looking at it, because again it's too dark, I'm going to try to use this and I'm going to try to make it work, because that product is not cheap and it also is really good. I also have the Cover FX Custom Cover Drops. The liquid in this dried out, so I put some face oil in it, and I can't really see how much there is, but this is, again, I got this when it first came out, and it's just a messy product. I mean, it's great as a mixer, but I don't know, like, because the product's drying out and because it's a little more of a hassle to work with, I just don't reach for it. But also, it was expensive, so I want to use it up before I really can't use it. So that's the other item. I also have the Tarte Amazonian Clay Finishing Powder. Now, as I said, I've been working on some of these products since the beginning of the year, but I just never recorded the progress. So when I first started using it at the beginning of the year, it was actually at this silver line, but since I'm counting this today, it's actually at the black line now. I don't use this powder that much. I like using it for baking, and then sometimes all over my face when I don't want like an extra color coverage and I just want to set my face. So I really like this powder too. I've had this for a very long time, even though it says 12 months, but it still works fine. It doesn't break me out. It's actually really nice. I would definitely consider repurchasing this. So if I come up with like another project soon, this will most likely definitely be in there. Amazing Cosmetics Concealer. I taped it because one of the edges like exploded and I didn't want air getting into it, so I just taped it up. This has really good coverage. I've neglected it just because I haven't done any like super high coverage face foundation that I needed. I'm not even sure how much is left. It's just kind of hard to tell because I taped it, and you can tell it's full of air and not product. But we'll see how this goes. The last two face products I have before I move on to the last last four things. So what is it now? This is going to be product 13, I believe, is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Moonstone. I can't really see where it's at, but one time I've shown the light on it and it was right there. I'm going to remark this. I haven't really used it that many times after I marked it, and I don't like I like this, but I can only like it when I apply it with a sponge and my face is still wet, because if not, it'll move the product around and it'll cake up. So it's around there, probably a little bit less, but you'll definitely see in the update, especially because it's been laying down. The product hasn't settled yet. And so I like this one, so I'll be using that one on a daily basis. And then once it's summertime, I'll be using the Opal one. So again, I haven't given it time to set, but I do have like the Opal pressed one, and it was a little set that came with these, like the tiny ones, and Opal is definitely too dark for me, so I can only use it when I'm at my tannest. But Opal in like the cream formula, I could definitely, or the liquid formula, I could definitely get away with using it, but probably again once I get a little more color and I'm not as pale as a ghost. Okay, so the last 4 items, 3 of them are lip products and then one is like a completely separate thing. So one product I've definitely been working on is this MAC limited edition lipstick. I believe this came with a holiday collection. I'm not entirely sure which one it is, but it's in the color Mellow Mood. And this is just my lips with a rosy golden hue undertone. I have been working on this. I will mark it after this video, but that's how much product I have left, and I'm only going to try to get to the little nub. Surprisingly, this product has not been like a hassle to use, just because I love lip products, but I'm terrible at applying them besides like at the beginning of the day or if I'm about to go somewhere. But this product has been easy just because I know it goes with like most things. So I just go boop, 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 and then I'm done and I don't have to worry about it just because it's such a light neutral color. So that's one lip product. Another lip product is Bite Beauty's Bouquet lip pencil. I got this when Jaclyn Hill had mentioned it in one of like her favorites, and I love just putting a little bit on and then like dabbing it out with my lip, kind of like as a stain, but I just don't like how a lot of lip colors look when like lipsticks when you apply them. I like to like dab it out and make it and sheer it out. That's just the type of lip I go to, but I only have that much product left, and I definitely bust this color out in the spring and in the summertime. It's one of my favorite things to do, and I thought I had more product left, but I guess not. So this should not be a problem to use up in the spring and in the summer. So that'll be fun. It'll be a fun one to use up. And you know, like, it's more, I feel like because like the ingredients that Bite uses are like edible or like food grade, they'll go bad quicker. So I definitely have to worry about using this up, but it's a color I would definitely consider repurchasing. And the last color is going to be a little bit of a challenge, but it's getting old, clearly. So this is Kat Von D's lipstick in Underage Red, and this is the Painted Love lipstick. As you can see, this is not what the packaging looks like. This is before they reformulated it, and this is actually the lipstick I wore for my senior prom. And I have that much left, and again, I'm only going to try to get it to like the plastic tube, but because it's getting old and it's starting to smell like lipstick, I just want to get this out. I'm not that big of a red lipstick wearer. I love red lipstick, and when I do, I love it and I rock it. But I have way too many red lipsticks for the amount I use them. So it's just time to start using them up before they go bad, because I spent my money on it, and that's basically why this project is happening. So that's all I can say about that. And then, oops, sorry, I just hit my stand and I keep hitting it as I move my chair. And the last item that I have is actually this little box of samples. So I know you're always going to get samples, so saying I don't want to have any samples by the end of the year is a little bit of a challenge, considering like there's always like free samples, and who doesn't love free samples? Because I've definitely found products that I love through samples. So I definitely just want to work on them throughout the year and definitely go through 3/4 of them. So I don't want to have like as many of these samples by the end of the year, even though I know I'm going to get more samples, but I just don't want to have as many as I have. So I just want to use 2 roller balls up. I have so many perfumes and I don't go through them that quickly. So I just want to go through these. Yeah, so let me know when you would like to see updates, considering that a lot of them are going to be in project pans. But that's going to be all for this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. See you in the next one. Bye!